Hi guys, super happy with the way this has turned out. I'm loving this sort of finalized 3D model here. Um, I'm really happy with the change that we made here. Just by eliminating this one stone-clad column here at the left, it really brings the attention to the composition happening at the entry door. And I gotta say, this is really great. Now we're left with the decision of, where do we arbitrarily stop the wood cladding here at the garage corner? I think for now we stop it at the fence line, but we could iterate a little bit on that as well. I'm just soaked with this. I love that this feature has remained in the design. I've incorporated a version of it into the interior design cabinetry thing. I know that's not really my area, but hopefully the cabinet vendors you pick will be able to pick up on that. Well, more on that to come. Let's move on. I think the garage door here looks a lot cleaner. This is the Clopay Avonte garage door. It's got a 2-inch aluminum profile with glass that can. I mean, it's shown here just sort of gold, like a nighttime illumination. It's going to be more like a white, more obscure glazing that will let plenty of light in, but won't let visibility into either the tail end of the car or whatever you might be storing in the garage, but will glow at night really beautifully. Will let a lot of natural light into the garage when the door is closed. So I'm really happy with that look. From the outside here, you'll see a revision to the spacing of these clear story windows. After a lot of careful consideration, I've opted to show 7 square windows, 4 in the wider loft area, and 3 in the hallway above the hallway leading to the 3 bedrooms, the office and the 2 guest bedrooms. You're even getting a little bit of a glimpse here into a single isolated window into the attic, a frosted window back there because we don't want to stand in the hallway and look up and see the less expensive drywall ceiling in that attic space. But I think this looks great. Again, you don't really ever experience this head-on elevation, but this small extra space here to allow for the for the wall between the hallway and the loft area is totally worth it when we see how nicely uniform spaced the clear story windows are on the inside. Here we can see a glimpse of the master bathroom skylight, now serving the vanity area and the corner of the shower, and really going to let a lot of light through this frosted pocket door that opens into the bedroom. We'll go back to this when we go on the inside. Not too many other changes on the outside of the home other than the reconfiguration of the windows here at the cabinets. So we'll touch on that more when we go inside. But before we do that, let's just quickly knock out the few changes that happened at this accessory structure. So I have added just the one window here at the desk area, leaving this area as solid wall. And so I've shifted the 2 skylights over. They still align with the clear story edges, just the opposite edge from before. And this is now nicely aligned. So this skylight aligns with this edge of this high window here and this edge of this lower window here. And I think this is great. This is really bringing a lot of light into a very tiny structure. If it wasn't an art studio, I might say it's a bit overlit, but I don't think you can get too much natural light in an art studio. Or a cat studio. I know this is going to be used for cats, so we've got the floor drains here and in the toilet area. And I know, cats love lying in the sun too, so I think everyone's going to be really happy with this small structure. Let's see. So I think we can go inside now. Let's go ahead and head into the more fleshed out kitchen. So these are all placeholder appliances. The sizes are right, but certainly you don't have to go with the Viking range or the Sub-Zero fridge. I think they look fantastic. But this is more of an interior design decision, what backsplash you go with, what color countertops. But just fleshing this out in terms of the architectural elements, where does this appliance and that plumbing fixture live relative to the windows, I'm really happy with this. So I've got these two double casement windows perfectly flanking this centered cooktop. The sink is centered on the windows, the range is centered between the windows, and you've got a lot of open counter space here. I talked about how I wanted to reincorporate that front elevation L element, and I'm proposing to do that here. So it may look like we're losing out on some cabinetry space, but I would actually say this would just be another cabinet door that's just a bit taller because it's, we have to accommodate for the bench element here. But this would just be clad in a wood veneer, but this could still open up and give you access to the storage here. But it just looks so intentional now how we are capping this end with this balanced uniform elevation element with this extra L that ties into that front L. I really like it. I hope you guys like it too. And though this isn't an interior design model, whatever you do decide to do with this backsplash, I say just go full height with it and make sure that you're using the same material behind here too, just to tie the space together. And from a distance, make sure you incorporate some above this tall cabinetry as well, just to really tie everything together. And then turn the corner. Bring the backsplash this way too for your coffee station, your ice maker. I'm really happy with this. I think this is a fantastic look. One thing to consider, one thing for your input here is by centering the cooktop between the windows rather than biasing it further to the right, I sacrifice perhaps a little bit of space for cabinetry between the range and the sink. I think this is where the dishwasher wants to be so that when the dishes are open, you can stand here and have the dishes on one side and be putting them away in the upper cabinets here. That makes sense to me rather than trying to move the dishwasher over into this tight corner where things are going to interfere. You can't open the dishwasher and have these drawers open. In fact, these should probably be more drawers rather than just cabinet doors. Again, this is a bit beyond what we need to discuss for the architectural model. But what I do want to know is, would you be okay with having 30 inches, 2.5 feet between the sink cutout and the cooktop? I think it's okay. I think it's worth it to have this element centered rather than biased, maybe 12 inches over just to fit in 12 inches more of cabinetry right here. I think it looks so great to be centered here, but let me know what you think. Architecturally, this space is stunning. I'm really happy with this wider family room and loft area. Totally worth giving up on that extraneous third shower. I'm super stoked with this. As you can see, these 4 windows up here are perfectly spaced. I wouldn't make any adjustments to the spacing here just so it looked a little bit better from that side elevation that you're not going to see. As we continue down this entry hallway and we turn left for the hallway leading into the bedrooms, here we see the door into the powder room, door into the closet area here. And then we get here, we can look up and we see these 3 windows evenly spaced along this wall. So one change that I made that we didn't talk about last time, we were saying, should the wall and the door into that middle guest bedroom remain here as I was showing it before, or should it turn 90 degrees? And I think since we widened the family room and brought in this wall between the hallway and the loft closer towards our direction right now where the camera is, I think it makes sense to rotate the wall. Put the door on this wall plane, same as this other door, into the front corner guest bedroom. And that just lets this hallway wall be a little bit wider, a little bit more evenly balanced. And I like it a lot more this way. So let me know if you agree with that or if you want to revert it back. But I think when you come out of your office door here and you look down the hallway here, I think it's going to be nice to have this be a little bit longer this way rather than just see this wall continue with the door right here. Now we have an opportunity for a tall mirror perhaps to further lengthen the or brighten up the hallway space, or some really special tall artwork might want to live here. One of the things you guys asked for in our meeting was, if we have all these high windows coming into this hallway, does it make sense to put a window into this attic space? I think we could. It maybe feels a little arbitrary to me. I'm not sold on it. If you guys want it, okay, let's keep it. But I would almost rather not have the window into that attic space, unless you really feel like you need that natural light up there at all times. If you do want to stick with the window up here, I would insist that the window be a frosted glass type. That way, when we're walking down the hallway, we won't look up into this window and see the plain drywall, because we're not going to carry the wood ceiling into this attic space. So you would see drywall there. I don't like that as much. So I'd say, let's frost the glass. Still allow light up there, but not worrying about any views of the less dramatic ceiling. And if you do put this window here, do we want to also maybe put a window above the door into the office? This is something that I just sort of threw in right now. I'm not entirely sold on this, and if we do it, of course, we should trim it out differently. The window frame should match the door paint finish, I think. But we do have this height in the front office because we're vaulting under the lower roof area right here. We are vaulting up to this point here, but I don't know if I like it. I'm a little bit on the fence about it. I just came up with it right before making this video, so let me know what you think. It is kind of cool because, again, we're going to bring light in. Now we get light on three sides. This is really kind of light coming in from the corner. I would like to have light coming in here too, even when this door is in the closed position. Let me know what you think. Finalize the location of the drop-down attic access ladder that comes out of the walk-in closet. Really easy to come in here, pop up. There's the door, the blind door that leads into the other loft space. And here could be that frosted glass window for natural light. So let me know what you think about those elements. Let's see here. Not much changed here. I don't know how you feel about this. I went and, if we hide this arbitrary artwork, I went and made the stone cladding continue all the way until we get into this turn here. I can't remember if you said you wanted it to be narrower than this. I want to revisit that if you did. I feel like it feels more purposeful and more like a mass and volume if we can see this stone slab at the entry turn the corner here as well. Then it really feels like it's this stone monolith holding up part of the roof element. I really like that. Let's see. Yeah, other than that, I think everything else is about the same as last time. Let's go into the master suite. So when we go into the master suite now, of course we had light coming in on three sides before, and I was talking about how I wanted this door to be frosted glass so that when the doors close, you're going to get light coming in from the skylight that was serving the bathroom and the closet before. But now that it's serving the shower right above us here, oh man, you're going to get so much light coming through this. You're going to have a bedroom, a master suite that is naturally daylit on four sides. And I am so very excited about that. That is A++ in my book. And I really like the way that this skylight now bridges over the door to the master bedroom and over the corner of the walk-in shower. Now, I'm not showing any tile yet, but should you have this skylight in the corner illuminating your tile, it's going to really brighten up the space, having this skylight here in the corner of that shower. So I'm very excited about that. I like it a lot. One thing to consider about this is that if someone's using the toilet, it's going to be a little bit louder coming through this opening at the ceiling here. That's okay in my book if it's okay with yours. It's not like these sliding pocket doors are really great at cutting spaces off acoustically anyways. They don't close against a jam or stop. There is an air gap and all around these doors, so sound will go through this door anyways, but this is just going to be even more pronounced. We could go the length of including a bit of frosted glass here, or frosted plastic lens here that could be, sort of frosted and cut down on the noise traveling from one space to another. But I don't think it's really necessary given that it's just a master suite. Um, and I just like it better when the doors open. Um, how you can just really sort of read this wall continuing uh, this wall continuation here, with the skylight being slammed right against this wall. Okay, so I think that about covers it. I'm, like I said, really happy with all these changes. I hope you are too. If you are, then the next step for me to do is to finalize the coordination between the CAD files that I'll be sharing with the consultants and getting those consultants going on the structural engineering and the electrical engineering. So let me know what you think. Looking forward to your feedback, guys. Thank you as always.